Welcome back to the BB Podcast. And today we're joined by another guest, Gabe, who plays on the football team at my school.
Yo, what's up? I'm Gabe. Like he said, I play on the football team. Play offensive lineman and D-line.
So he has a lot of great insight when it comes to football. I have no clue how it's like to play in an actual tackle football game. So yeah. But today we're going to be talking about the NFL, and we're going to start off reacting to the NFL games, which blew my mind this past weekend.
Yeah, I'm going to be real with you. I don't think this week was nearly as interesting as last week because, obviously I liked watching Tom Brady, lose in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Against the Cowboys, which are, frankly, a fraudulent team. But... there were definitely some funny moments this week.
Yeah, it was really funny. First, we're going to start off with the Chiefs-Jaguars game.
That game was mad boring.
I was at Camela's Pizzeria, and I was just watching the game here and there, but I just, fell asleep, it seemed like, every time I tried to watch that game. No offense, but it wasn't that interesting. The Chiefs just controlled the game the whole time.
Yeah, they were never behind, I don't think so.
Yeah.
But there was definitely a scare when Mahomes got hurt, but it looks like he was fine in the game. It looks like he's going to be fine this week. But one thing I'd like to highlight is just how good of a team the Chiefs have, where they can throw in a 40-something-year-old quarterback and still have him go 98 yards for a touchdown.
Yeah, I've raved about it on this channel before, but Andy Reid and Matt Nagy are so good at their job and really scheming on offense. It's incredible.
Really
the person I was texting Gabe actually during the game, the quarterback Henny or whatever, had 2 more career interceptions than touchdowns. He had 60 interceptions and 58 touchdowns before the game. Yeah. And then they go on a 98-yard drive and score a touchdown.
It's just ridiculous how dominant the Chiefs are.
And what would you have to say to Jaguars fans too?
I mean, I'm sorry. You guys just you got an unlucky playoff schedule, but we own you. The Chiefs own you.
I mean, you're a great team, though. Don't get me wrong. Trevor Lawrence, you have a great QB.
That's true.
And you have a great future. And you have a great coach, too.
You have a very great future. Very great quarterback. You guys have very young players.
Yeah.
That just need a little bit more experience, a little bit more playoff experience, and then you guys might get it.
Yeah, like Christian Kirk, Zay Jones, a bunch of good receivers. Evan Ingram really blew up this year.
He crazy.
Did great. He went from being a bum on the Giants to someone who's really respected throughout the league.
I feel like the Giants have that effect with players. You got Evan Ingram. You got Kadarius Toney.
You got Kadarius
Both
Toney.
of them, they go off the Giants. Yeah. They make big plays on their other team. I think the Giants. We'll get to that later.
Yeah, we'll get to that later. All right. Actually, we'll get to that right now because the next game we're going to talk about is the Giants and the Eagles game.
Oh, my God.
Jalen Hurts owns the state of New York.
There is no way that in a playoff game you should be getting blown out by 31 points.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's just ridiculous. Especially since the Giants, they beat a bunch of teams. They beat the Vikings. To be fair,
that's not even a challenge. That's not even a challenge.
The Vikings, they're kind of a fraudulent team. But getting annihilated by the Eagles really shows how scary of a team they actually are.
Yeah.
Because this year, everyone was like, oh, they're overrated. And they lost.
Not me.
They lost to some goofy teams like the Commanders.
Yeah.
Which is why are you losing to the Commanders? And then they get their bye week and they come out and they destroy the Giants 7-38.
But But also, it was kind of funny because the last week of the regular season, the Eagles were going all out to beat the Giants, who benched all their players. And the Eagles barely won that game. And now they come out again with facing their best players, and then they smoke them. But
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting, too, because the Eagles played through so much adversity. Like Lane Johnson, I don't know what it is. He tore something in his torso or leg. And he purposely delayed surgery until after the playoff run.
Which is crazy.
Because, you...
That's commitment right there. That can do a lot of damage.
And then, what's his name? Jalen Hurts hurt his shoulder.
Yep.
Comes back, doesn't even look like he's in pain at all.
And then Nick Sirianni, following the game, said Jalen Hurts was hurt, and he was playing through it, which is incredible.
You didn't even see it. You watched the film. You did not even see it. But
their O-line, though, is great. That's what puts them over the top.
It
Jason
is.
Kelsey, Lane Johnson, Jordan Mailata.
Lane Johnson.
I said it. Yeah, Lane Johnson.
Who's the left guard again?
Oh, I'm gonna be real. I only know those 3 players because they have made a song.
They made the Christmas album.
Christmas album together, which was fire, by the way. Y'all,
you should listen to that.
You should listen to that. It was great. And if you're a Giants fan, hey, no one even thought you were going to make the playoffs. So this is a huge accomplishment.
I think so, honestly. Landon Dickerson.
Yeah.
Giants. Okay, you have a really good coaching staff.
Mm-hmm.
You have a decent quarterback who can run the ball better than most quarterbacks can. You have a fantastic running back. But one thing I am worried about is how you might be underutilizing potential. Because like we were saying earlier, people like Kadarius Toney, they want to leave the Giants, and then they go to the Chiefs, and they ball out.
Yeah. I mean, it's just not much to say, but I think, Brian Dable's a great coach. Kadarius Toney still stunk this year with him, but I think he's really going to transform the Giants' roster and scheme. I think he'll have a lot of influence on their decisions in the future when it comes to roster building. But
I think the Giants, the 2 things they need to work on is obviously they have a decent O-line, but I think they need to step it up a level because they get more run-blocking O-line instead of pass block. Because they have a very run-centric offense.
Yeah, definitely.
And in today's NFL, that is not where, most people are.
Yeah.
So to have one of those dominant O-lines that can, bend the other team's line to their will is what you need.
And then they try to improve that with Evan Neal, who's not really working out that well, I must say. His penalties, dude. He gets a little too much penalties. And he got injured this year, too, I guess, for a little bit. So And it's 1 year. You can't call someone a bust in any sport after 1 year. Like, you can, but it's not valid. After 1 year, that's crazy. They can improve a lot. Come on.
Yeah, true.
All right, and then moving on again. This is the game that stunned me the most. Watching the game, I watched the end of the game. Wow. Bengals-Bills.
Oh, my God.
I can't.
Oh, my Lord.
I had the Bengals winning, and then I switched my prediction because they had their O-lineman out.
They were missing 3 of their starting O-linemen.
And their backups played better.
They still put on a masterclass in blocking, in run blocking, in just forcing the other team to their will. Like, the defensive linemen as well. The defensive line just did whatever they wanted. They pressured Josh Allen. They pushed him out of the pocket. And then the secondary as well, besides Eli Apple, because Eli Apple is Eli Apple.
The meme of the league.
The meme of the league right now. Their secondary did such a good job of forcing Josh Allen to make the difficult decision. Do I throw into coverage? Do I take the sack? Do I throw it away? Or do I run the ball?
Josh Allen couldn't make that decision a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Which is, I think he's a little overrated personally because
I think
his IQ is not there amongst the great quarterbacks in the league.
I think he just has... Okay, so hear me out. The Bills coaches...
Sean McDermott. Used to be Brian
past where they need to be.
Yeah.
They've outlived their usefulness, basically. Sean McDermott is a great head coach for rebuilding and like coming out of these like deficits and whatever, and to turning your team into a good team. Talking to you, Browns, but I think
he's not a championship coach. You think
he's not a coach?
Does he remind you of Dan Campbell at all?
He's a defensive-minded coach.
Yeah.
He has a background in being a defensive coordinator.
And you think though
defensive.
And defensive
every
coaches,
other coach in the NFL playoffs has an offensive mindset.
Defensive coaches aren't looking good this year. I'm looking at you. I'm not Nathaniel Hackett.
Nathaniel Hackett's.
I know, offensive. I'm looking at you, Bill Belichick.
Oh, gee, don't even get me started on Bill Belichick.
I'm looking at
we'll get to that later. I don't even want to talk about him right now.
But yeah, Bengals. I don't know what to say. You have such a bright future too, and you're already making it happen now. You could go back to the Super Bowl.
I think
you have the second best quarterback in the league, in my opinion, who's young, really young, and then top 5 receiver in Jamar Chase.
Yeah, I think. As much as I hate to say it, I think I would actually like you guys to go to the Super Bowl just so we can get this out of the way.
Yeah.
And then you guys can shut up about having almost made it to the Super Bowl and just get this over with. or about almost winning a Super Bowl against the Rams. You would have won if Eli Apple didn't get cooked in that situation.
And he's still on the team, mind you.
He's still on the team, getting cooked by, like, Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
I mean, Cooper Kupp, but at the same time, come on.
Yeah. No, but but Bills, I don't know what to say. You come so close every single year.
Do they really?
Yeah, they do. Every single year they come close.
They always get trounced by a better team.
Yeah, but
they're not Vikings level of fraudulent.
Yeah, but they're close. They're close.
If they keep doing this, they're gonna be up there.
Yeah. And then probably the most boring game out of all of them.
Oh my god!
It was like Super Bowl whatever with the Patriots and the Rams, but Cowboys 49ers with Brock Purdy winning another game. What is he, 8-0 now?
I think he's 9-0.
9-0?
No, I think 10-0. 10-0
against the fraudulent Cowboys.
To be fair, he beat the Seahawks in the first week of playoff games,
which
I would personally say are a better team than the Cowboys.
You're crazy. I'm sorry. My favorite team is the Seahawks. Dude, their offense is similar. Their offense is similar. The defense of the Cowboys is way better.
Their best player is better than the best player on the Cowboys.
That's not true.
But their team
Who's their best player? Who's the Seahawks' best player? DK Metcalf, you say?
Yeah.
Micah Parsons is better than DK Metcalf. You would take Micah Parsons.
Well, Micah Parsons broke his foot or got a worse ankle sprain than Mahomes. Okay. So he is not going to be playing for a while.
That's true.
So,
all
right now...
Their defense is still great. Trayvon Diggs, come on.
Trayvon Diggs is good. He's a really locked down.
But it was just a defensive game. These are probably, in my opinion, the two best defensive teams in the whole league, the 49ers and Cowboys.
Yeah.
And it was a defensive game.
I was gonna say the Patriots, but I'm on something if I say the Patriots. They're up there, but like
I would say maybe top 5.
Maybe if our cornerbacks could,
play the game. If they would stop thinking they were on offense.
Stop. Yeah, maybe if our cornerbacks and wide receivers switched, maybe we'd be in the Super Bowl right now. But
yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. The corner. Yeah.
The 49ers, man, look so explosive.
Brock Purdy is that guy.
I'm telling you, they went like what 3-4 first 7 games of the season,
and they would have won.
And they're still undefeated since that. They haven't lost a game since like week 7, dude.
That's crazy. And that Seahawks game, they would have scored another touchdown if Brandon Ayuk didn't drop it in the end zone. They would have creamed it by even more. But
I mean, you see that George Kittle fumbling catch where he's like,
he
pulls in right before Trayvon Diggs wipes him out. Yeah. And then, what's another like explosive moment in that game?
I don't know. If not a ton of them, the Cowboys.
The game was kind of boring. That game was actually really boring.
Yeah, I watched. But I was again in and out on that game.
I don't know why. I don't know what's up with the 8:30 games being the most boring games.
I think it's also as a viewer, you're kind of tired. So if it's boring, it seems even more boring.
I kind of went to sleep. I think after the second half.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
I was awake.
That last play.
Oh yeah, we should talk about that.
Let's go over that real quick.
On the last play, I think there was they spiked the ball. There was 5 seconds left in the game. They had it on their own 30 because Dalton Schultz, the tight end, caught it and didn't know how to keep himself in bounds. He had plenty of room to get both feet in. He only got 1 foot in. Oh my God,
that was the most unbelievable. He's like, I have 1 foot down. He's still playing college rules for some reason. He has 1 foot down, and his foot just doesn't it just glides across the ground.
And and then the next play, 30-yard line. This is why they're fraudulent too. They pass the ball in the 5 yards in front of him when a defender's running up to tackle.
They pass a 9-yard check down.
Yeah, check down
to a wide receiver who gets. Not even a Hail Mary.
Yeah, instantly hit. Instantly hit too.
You get wiped out. What do you expect?
They're not even trying to lateral. They literally just got wiped out instantly. It's in the clock. It's not like they would no huddling. The clock was stopped.
The clock was at 5.
You would think they would actually drop a play.
Stopped. They did. I know this for a fact. I forget his name, but the Cowboys head coach made this play for situations like this.
Yeah, Matt McCarthy.
But he did not account for the fact that the 49ers would just run no linemen on the field.
Yeah.
B, he did not expect Zeke was going to get bull rushed.
Yeah.
And then C, he had a brain tumor, like a flesh-eating
yeah, I don't know,
organism or something eating his brain.
He's been on the Cowboys. He's been on the Packers, and he's not been successful at all. I just can't wait. He should be fired. I can't believe he hasn't been fired yet.
It's this continuous mediocrity.
Yeah.
For a lot of coaches that makes me kind of wonder, like...
Bill Belichick, yeah.
No, but, like, Bill Belichick's different.
I'm kidding. I'm joking.
He is mediocre the last 2 seasons.
Yeah.
And
when he doesn't have Josh McDaniels.
Even Robert Kraft is like, I don't like how we haven't won a playoff game in a couple years.
He's like, this little
but
uneasy.
It's like the continued mediocrity. Who's a coach who's been around for a long time that's, like, really mediocre?
I can think of coach has been a long time. I can't really think of anyone mediocre. Andy Reid's a great coach. It's been a while.
Andy Reid has been a
great coach.
He's been here for like 20 years.
Yeah, he's a great coach.
Yeah, he's a great coach.
That's why you don't see a lot of mediocre coaches stay. You see them get fired if they don't.
I guess
do
that's
anything.
true, but like, it's technically not mediocre. Like they had a 10-4 record, right?
The Cowboys?
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying they're mediocre in the sense of playoffs.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Playoffs.
They haven't won a divisional game since before Jalen Hurts was born.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Man, no, but that game, that wasn't it. That was not it.
It was not it? Wow.
Not it.
Anyway, speaking of busts, let's do a segment on busts of the NFL.
Okay.
For the last, 5 years. Zach Wilson.
5 years. He's been in the league for 2 years.
Zach Wilson is a quarterback.
I don't even think... All right. Yeah. I don't think Zach Wilson is like... He's obviously not great, but you can't judge a quarterback that's on the Jets. The Jets...
But you can! They have such a great roster this season.
But, dude, the coaching... Every time a quarterback goes to the Jets, they're bad.
That's true.
If they go to another team, it could be a lot different.
They haven't been good since Super Bowl III, but like...
And then Zach Wilson's just soft. He can't take blame
Zach
for anything,
Wilson,
but...
oh my God. That one Patriots game when what's his name broke out? Marcus Jones broke out it's like his breakout game.
Yeah.
Zach Wilson goes... No, I don't think it's the offense's fault. I think it's the special team's fault. Like, no.
Yeah.
You scored 3 points in a 60-minute game. It is your fault.
It's your fault.
Whoops. It is the fault of the Patriots for not destroying you and also scoring exclusively 3 points in a 60-minute game.
Yeah.
But you really have to take, some blame there, dude.
Yeah.
It is, that was unbelievable.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on, we're going to do the predictions for next week as well, who we think is going to win. We got 49ers, Eagles, and Chiefs.
The problem is all of the bad teams have been eliminated from the playoffs.
And Chiefs, Bengals. Yeah.
So this is the only
tough
prediction I've had, basically.
So my prediction from the start has been Chiefs, 49ers in the Super Bowl. I'm not going to back down from that. It's been that from the start of the playoffs. I predicted that.
No, I know that, but I mean, again.
But I think 49ers are going to take it this time.
I think it's possible. Okay.
But let's talk about the games individually. Let's talk about Chiefs-Bengals first.
Chiefs-Bengals. Okay, this is the conundrum for the Chiefs. They have one of the most mediocre wide receiver corps in the NFL. They're good because Patrick Mahomes makes them good.
Yeah.
They have Travis Kelce. They have Chris Jones.
Exactly.
They have George Karlaftis. They have one of the best defenses in the entire NFL. Bunch of rookie secondaries who play better than a lot of actual secondaries.
Eli Apple.
And they just have a very, they have a pretty decent O-line. They have a pretty, they're a really good team overall. But the Bengals have the better team.
But, no.
But, yes.
It's literally, it's going to be a game. It's going to be who can score more points, honestly. The Bengals' defense is trash, let's be honest.
That's true.
The Bengals' defense is trash. And their offense is definitely better.
You're right. I think
the Chiefs just have
the Chiefs are going to take it. And I think it's going to be farther than most people think.
I think it's going to be somewhat of a blowout.
Because, hear me out. This is my ideology as a football player.
Mm-hmm.
And an average offense will always beat an average defense.
But
an elite offense will always lose to an elite defense.
I agree.
And the Bengals' defense,
is so bad.
Besides their line, is incredibly mediocre.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at their secondary, there are compilations online.
Yeah.
Eli Apple getting burnt compilations that are like 15, 20 minutes long. And they're getting burned by people like Gronkowski.
Yeah.
Or like he's not slow. Give me a slow wide receiver.
Mike Evans.
No. What? No, what are you talking about?
I'm joking.
No, like
I'm joking.
Like I don't know, like an orangutan could probably burn Eli Apple.
It's hard to think of slow wide receivers in the league because most wide receivers
most of them get
fast
if they're slow.
Yeah.
Keep hitting the table, dude.
Yeah. I think the Chiefs are going to take this one just because they have the better overall team and they have better coaching. I
was worried originally when Mahomes got rolled up on that ankle injury.
Yeah.
But I've seen him. He's not wearing anything on the foot. And when he goes out, he is going to be wearing like some crazy brace with metal and whatever.
Yeah.
And they're probably going to unironically pump him full of horse tranquilizer so he doesn't feel anything. But yeah, I've been conflicted about this one. I want the Chiefs to win. I think they're going to win, so all the Bengals fans will shut up for another year.
Yeah.
But
I think Chiefs are going to win. I think it's going to be like, I would say I think it's
42.
I was not going to go that far. I think it's going to be 35-24 Chiefs.
I'd believe it. I don't know. We won't know until the game day.
Yeah,
you know?
well, it doesn't matter how much we say or analyze. Anything can happen in the game of football.
Anything can happen. The script writers, they be no one was expecting the third string 49ers quarterback to take his team to the playoffs. It is. There's no way in hell. The seventh round.
You already know they did something in the field when Trey Lance was playing. To make him.
They iced that or they cut off the stuff on his cleats or made it super sharp or something. Yeah. I don't know. Oh my God, the 49ers.
Yeah. What do you think about Eagles 49ers?
Okay. I think it's going to be an Eagles blowout.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry,
but
you said it yourself. An elite defense will always beat an elite offense.
That's true, but the Eagles.
You can't contradict yourself.
You're right, but
the Eagles' defense is also great.
But
too.
You got to think about if the Eagles. Okay, here's how my prediction works here.
Yeah.
If the Eagles pressure Brock Purdy, push him out of the pocket, make him make those uncomfortable throws and those split-second decisions, they might win it. Because he's still a rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
People don't give him enough slack because he's good. No, he's a rookie. He's been in the league for less than a year. Yeah. He's played 10 games.
Yeah.
And he doesn't know how to deal with this kind of pressure yet. You're not expecting like a Tom Brady pressure performance from him. And so if the Eagles can find a way to get through the 49ers offensive line and pressure him, they have a very good chance of making him make a bad throw or throw a pick.
Yeah.
But if the 49ers O-line shows up, and I know they can, Trent Williams is one of my favorite players in the NFL.
Yeah.
He'll be able to throw, and the 49ers have a very good receiving core. So,
Yeah. I mean, I have 49ers winning because their offense is crazy. Their defense is crazy. I think the Eagles have a better overall team. But I also think when it comes down to coaching, and I value coaching more than most people, Kyle Shanahan is a better coach than Nick Sirianni.
Kyle Shanahan is a coach. I feel like Nick Sirianni is one of those coaches that unironically makes his players run gassers because he thinks it's funny.
Yeah.
And then Kyle Shanahan probably doesn't do that.
Yeah. No, I think Kyle Shanahan's more an analytical coach than Nick Sirianni. But I do value coaching. I think he's a better coach, and I also think the offense is going to do really well against the Eagles' defense. I don't know about the Eagles' defense too much, but I just don't think they have anyone that's going to stop George Kittle.
I mean, they have.
I don't think they have anyone that's going to stop George Kittle.
Their defense has gotten them this far, but at the same time, they're a very high-scoring team.
Yeah.
And they have one of the sack leaders in the NFL. With 16.5 sacks, I think he has. And that's...
I'm going to search up their scores real quick. You keep talking though.
That's no... it's really hard. Getting a sack is hard, and getting 16.5 in the NFL is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I definitely think It all depends on the trenches, as it does a lot, but it all depends how the trenches are going to do. Are they going to show up? And,
The defense has played pretty well, I must say. Against most teams, they really show out. Like, the only see, like, when the Eagles put out 21 points and stuff like that, it's always close games. Like the Commanders, they let up 32 points and stuff. They lost to the Cowboys, who put up 40. I think they are heavily reliant on their offense, the Eagles.
I think so.
And their defense is really good as well, don't get me wrong. But in a game like this, when you're going up against another elite-level offense, you have to put up points.
Yeah, it's going to be a shootout. I think both these games are going to be really interesting, and they're going to be like shootout.
I highly recommend watching them if you have time, but yeah. All right, well, yeah. So who do you have, by the way, in both games? I have Chiefs 49ers.
Okay.
You have Chiefs Eagles, you said?
Chiefs Eagles.
Chiefs. Make it interesting. Don't pick the same teams as me.
You know what? I like the Chiefs colors. I like the Eagles colors better. Chiefs Eagles. Let's do this.
All right, sweet.
I think that would be a battle for the ages.
That would be amazing.
The quarterback duel, the receiver duel, the secondary duel would be
I just like the story of Brock Purdy more.
That would be a crazy story if you win your Super Bowl your rookie year. That would never get done again.
The new Tom Brady. But all right, we're gonna move on and talk about our top 10 most valuable NFL players. Do you want me to read off mine first, and then you say if a person shouldn't be there or whatnot, or what you would say? All right.
Yeah.
So this isn't in any order, by the way. Just 10. It's hard to rank players in the first place, especially at different positions. But so I have Patrick Mahomes. Tell me if you think someone shouldn't be there when I'm beating him up.
Patrick Mahomes is
definitely
the best player in the NFL right now. Yeah. It's not
It's not even an argument.
Yeah, you gotta chill.
Roquan Smith. Can I tell you? Can I explain?
Yeah, explain it. Explain. I need an explanation.
The Ravens' defense was mediocre or worse than mediocre in all the statistics before Roquan Smith came to the team. Now they're top 5 in everything. He's changed the whole defense, and he's changed the whole identity of the team. Yeah. And that's why I think he's valuable. He is the Ravens' defense.
You do, yeah, that does. Roquan Smith, I love watching defenses. I love watching sacks. I love watching people quarterbacks get decked because personally I'm not a fan of quarterbacks.
You do play D-line. So.
Yeah, not even. I play O-line. Yeah. Quarterbacks are some of the worst people I ever meet. Their heads are way too big for their bodies.
Yeah.
But not best players, most valuable to the team they play on.
That's what I'm saying. Yes. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, absolutely.
I got Joe Burrow.
Oh, that's unquestionable.
He's the second best quarterback in the league.
Second best quarterback in the league, folled closely by
Josh Allen, who I also have
Mahomes with one leg. He's a better quarterback than Josh Allen.
But I also got Josh Allen there. Can't argue with that. I don't think. I got Jalen.
I mean,
Hurts
you can.
You can, but I wouldn't.
Jalen Hurts.
No, these are all top 10 most valuable.
To their team. You make
and Jalen Hurts as well. I have Jalen Hurts in there. I have Justin Jefferson.
Jay Jettis is the only good player on the Vikings. No, let me rephrase that. He's the only above everyone else is so incredibly mediocre. He's the only one who is a superstar who improves every team he goes to. Kirk Cousins goes to the Browns. They're still the Browns. But if Jay Jettis goes to the Browns, know.
Yeah, exactly. I also got Micah Parsons.
Yeah, as a rookie, he's a rookie, right? Or was that last year?
That was last year.
He's still on his rookie deal.
Him and Trayvon were both.
He's still on his rookie deal.
Yeah.
He is super dynamic. He plays linebacker. He'll run back sometimes. Yep. He'll run forward. He'll be at the line of scrimmage. He'll play D-end. He'll play D-tackle.
He's so athletic. It's crazy.
Very athletic. One of the most important pieces of the Cowboys' defense. And, definitely MVP.
All right, sweet. I got Christian McCaffrey. Just on the basis that you can make... I know this is... I wanted to include at least one running back, and I think Christian McCaffrey is the best in the league.
Why did you put Saquon Barkley?
That's a good point. There's an argument.
Okay,
there.
well, that he's mine.
I think McCaffrey, ever since he went to the Niners, that's a big factor why they're going on this huge run too.
I think so, but at the same time, I also think
he can receive, he can run.
He can receive. I think he's. This is a crazy stat. One of the only players in the NFL to ever get a receiving, a rushing, and a passing touchdown.
Yeah. But he's so, and him and Kyle Shannon, I heard he's a really smart player too.
I think so. He looks really smart when he's out there. He looks like he knows which gaps to run through.
Yeah.
He's an angry runner. He can go upfield if you need him to. He can yeah.
All right, and I got Lamar Jackson.
Oh, absolutely.
Because without
the
him,
Ravens
the
are
offense
the Ravens.
is non-existent.
Give me off the top of your head. Give me one good Ravens wide receiver.
What's that dude's name?
10, 9, 8, 7,
J.K. Dobbins is their running
6,
back. What's
5,
the person's name that returns?
4,
Who's their kick returner?
3,
Who's their kick returner?
I don't know.
Their kick returner.
I haven't watched the Ravens since Lamar got hurt.
Their kick returner is like their best receiver.
Why is that a thing? Marcus Jones, like one of the best receivers in the entire NFL. Oh, that's not true. I won't say that. But he's one of the best receivers. He's the okay.
No, it's not him.
Better than like 3/4 of the receivers in the NFL. But Devin Hester?
No, it's not Devin Hester. I'm looking up right now.
But yeah, I mean like punt returner. You just missed it.
Devin Duvernay, yeah.
Yeah, he's on injured reserve now though.
Well, it doesn't matter. The season's over.
Okay, but like they kind of suck without Lamar, and I think Lamar is the only reason they started going. He can run. Yeah. He can scramble. He can throw. Everyone's like, oh, a quarterback can only run or can throw. No, he can do both. He's the true double threat. Yeah. And he is the only reasons the Ravens have any contention this year. Yeah. So he's definitely one of the MVPs.
And then last on my list, I got Joey Bosa.
See, that's arguable. Because...
You think there are other ends in the league that are better? I mean, you got T.J. Watt.
Yeah, T.J. Watt. J.J. retired this year.
I would say T.J. Watt, actually. I'm going to switch it. I would say T.J. Watt over
but the Steelers
Joey Bosa because he's so important to the Steelers' defense. He's more valuable than Joey Bosa is.
Yeah, I was going to say George Karlaftis, but
valuable players?
No, that's why. That's why. Their defense is already so... Their defense is so
Chris
stacked.
Jones is up there, too.
Chris Jones, defensive tackle. Actually, no, that's not true. Have you seen the specimens that the Chiefs create on their defensive tackles?
I have not, no.
Dude, I was watching number 99 on the Chiefs. He runs a 5.0140.
Really?
He is 6 feet tall.
That's crazy.
He weighs 323 pounds, and he destroyed Trevor Lawrence. He went unblocked through the center of the O-line, and Trevor Lawrence saw death coming at him. The specimens Andy Reid is cooking in that, it's crazy. Yeah. So I don't think Chris Jones, great player.
Yeah, I think I would probably have T.J. Watt, honestly, replaced. But yeah. All right, now we're moving on to favorite NFL players. And I know you have some of your favorites and I have some of my favorites. You want to start us off with one of your favorite players?
Sure, I'll hit you. One of my favorite players to watch.
Yeah.
And this is going to be not as popular as some other players, is Kadarius Toney. I've been over this before.
We talked about it, yeah.
But that man is unhinged. I love being unhinged, watching unhinged things happen and them working. And you'll see Kadarius Toney out there. They turned him into like a flex running back under Pacheco and McKinnon. But he'll get the ball. He'll see an offensive lineman that's 4 times his weight or a defensive lineman that's 4 times his weight. And he'll decide, wouldn't it be funny if I just trampled him?
Yeah.
And then proceed to do that. And he's so fast and athletic that... watching him is just so dynamic, and I like watching people who can do more than one thing.
Yeah. One of my favorite players is Jason Kelce. Not only because the Christmas album he came out with, as well as New Heights podcast, which I love.
I love
Check
watching
it out.
that.
I love watching him and his brother Travis. Which is, I also have Travis on here, but I guess I'll talk about both of them. Jason Kelce has one of the most unique snapping styles in all of the NFL, and I heard this on the podcast. The reason you see Jalen Hurts get so low is because, Jason Kelce snaps the ball so fast, he has to get ready to catch it.
He has to be like this. He has to get
like this. Which is amazing. And I love their attitude, and I love the way they approach the game of football, and I love Travis Kelce because he's like literally one or two. You can argue him and Kittle are close, like best tight ends in the league.
No, it's not debatable. It's Kelce, and I know I'm biased as a Chiefs fan, but most valuable to their team probably Kittle. But Kelce is Kelce. He beat the.
Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't even say Kittle's more valuable to his team either, because without Kelce they're screwed.
Arguably, that's true. There was
but
arguably. Hear me out. The debate between Gronkowski and Kelce is very close.
But we don't need to.
We're not getting into that right now.
We don't need to get into that right now. But no, I love Travis Kelce, the way he plays the game. He's so strong. He's quick. I mean, he's such a great tight end, and he looks like a receiver sometimes out there. I know he's a tight end.
Oh yeah, I know. He's fast as hell.
Who's another one of your favorite players?
Okay, another one of my favorite players. I'm gonna hit you with. I'm thinking.
You like Karlaftis, right? You said.
Yeah, Karlaftis. I like watching Karlaftis. I like watching Karlaftis. He's a rookie, which is kind of unbelievable.
Yeah.
But I'll watch him, and he'll outswim these tackles that have been playing the game for like much longer than him, and he'll just swim move them. Or like he definitely has a lot to learn about contain and staying. Making sure that when he's going around the person, he doesn't leave a giant gap for the quarterback to just run through. But watching him, it's really dynamic. It's really fun to watch, and I said this before. I love watching quarterbacks get decked, and that's what he does. So.
Yeah, I haven't seen much of him play, but he sounds like a really good player.
If you watch the Chiefs game, look for 56.
56.
He's a right end.
All right, sweet. Another one of my favorite players, and this is biased because he was on my fantasy team, but A.J. Brown. The reason why I love A.J. Brown is he can literally just take over a game.
That's
if he
true.
wants to, he just we're going to win. I'm taking this game over. I'm getting a ton of catches. I'm scoring a bunch of touchdowns. He's just such a dynamic and such a great receiver. And Eagles, you got him for a second and third round pick, so
I think
that's the scale. Trades in the NFL will be crazy. I value players way higher than GMs do.
Oh, absolutely, because it'll be like, we're gonna be trading Russell Wilson for 3 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks,
and our whole
fifth, and our entire cap space,
and our whole future, frankly.
Yeah, and you get we get nothing in return,
and we give up a really good tight end, Noah Fant. That's pretty much what it was.
Give out a great tight end, and who else did they give out? Someone else. I don't know.
Oh, is there second string QB or third string QB or something that they just drafted? But yeah. That's why I love AJ.
And then Russell Wilson goes out and throws for less touchdowns than he has toilets in his mansion for most of the season, I might add.
Up until week 14.
Week 14. And then he just went off at the end of the season. I don't know what was up with that. Yeah. I think it's because they fired Nathaniel Hackett.
Yeah,
and he's
he
kind
was
of
Broncos country. Let's ride.
Broncos country. Let's ride, but for real this time.
Yeah.
And,
You got another favorite player of mine?
Austin Eckler.
He was on my fantasy team, too. I love that guy.
He scored. This is also a fantasy football thing. He scored 331 fantasy points this year.
Crazy. He was number 1 running back. I think best player in the league.
That's ridiculous.
On my team, I traded Cooper Kupp a week before he tore his ACL or whatever it was.
Oh.
So I just dodged a bullet there.
Okay, first of all, let's go off on a rant here. What is with the Rams and having wide receivers tear their ACLs? Yeah. They had OBJ, not anymore.
I don't know. Did Cooper Kupp actually tear his ACL, or was
he got injured? Or wide receivers
an injury. It was a leg injury
of some capacity.
Yeah, Robert Woods got injured when he was on the team.
That's true.
Yeah,
this is a curse. I also like. Is it Josh Jacobs?
Yeah, he was on my fantasy team
Raiders,
too.
The
that
Raiders
was my other running back.
Okay, I'm gonna hit 3 here in one, and then we'll continue later.
Yeah.
But Austin Eckler, Josh Jacobs, and Derrick Henry.
Probably the three most
fun to watch.
CMC's up there too, though.
CMC is very dynamic.
Yeah.
But he's not as hilarious to watch.
Yeah, I know. As Derrick Henry. Someone in the head.
Because Derrick Henry has arms of steel, and you'll see him go up against some guy who run at him full speed, and he'll just take him, no holding, just throw him to the ground, and then keep running.
Yeah.
It's so fun to watch. And then, what was it? Josh Jacobs he was number one rushing leader in the NFL by 100 yards this year.
Yeah, it was crazy. But he didn't get as many touchdowns as other running backs, but he got a ton of yards.
That's also because the Raiders suck.
Yeah.
And the Raiders need to fire Josh McDaniels now.
Really?
Yes!
I don't know if that was all his fault. I don't know.
It's not all his fault because Derek Carr went from being a top 10 quarterback to poopy dookie. But Josh McDaniels,
fraudulent franchise ? The Raiders.
There's so many fraudulent franchises in the NFL. I don't know how some of these franchises actually keep. How have the Browns been a franchise?
Yeah.
They suck. They need to in the you can relegate a team.
In the Jim Brown days, they were really good though.
Okay, how many years ago was that?
All right, probably 60, 70.
Yeah, 60, 70. And now Belichick beat him for number of games won.
Yeah.
But they haven't been. Yeah, what was I saying before that?
Favorite running backs, but
No, before the Jim Brown thing.
Most fraudulent teams.
Yeah.
But
you know how you can in the you can relegate a team, the lowest rated NFL team should play the highest rated XFL team.
Oh yeah.
And then if the XFL team wins, they switch places.
Yeah.
That would make the game so much more fun to watch.
That'll make it so much interesting. Texans, watch out, man.
Texans. You're going... Okay, here's my theory for the Texans and why
They're never going to be good.
I think my theory for why Lovie Smith wanted to go for the 2-point conversion is because he knew he was going to get fired by the Texans.
Yeah, he wanted to
he's
you, a big screw you.
You guys get the third round instead of you guys get the third overall instead of
second. Oh, they get a second overall pick.
No, they get third.
They get second.
I swear to God, they get third.
I get second. You can search it up. But while you're doing that, I'm going to talk about another one of my favorite players. I'll go this one first. I'll go Matthew Judon. I mean, I'm a Patriots fan too, and I love seeing him just take over the game on defense. He's so good at getting to the QB. And I heard this a year or two ago that he trains with wide receivers or the DBs when he's running. That's how fast he is, and that's his drive. He has so much drive and great worth ethic.
The Cardinals have the number 3.
Yeah.
Should the Colts get it? The Cardinals aren't bad. That's weird.
But there's so much drive and so great worth ethic, and he's such a good leader too. At least I think he's such a good leader, and yeah.
I don't think he's mean. I don't think he's evil or anything like that.
Judon?
Yeah.
Why do people say he is?
He is? People say he is?
Oh no, then why do you bring it up?
No. I'm saying I don't think he's fraudulent. I don't think he's not a fraudulent player, but I don't think he's nice on the outside and then really mean to his teammates. I don't think that's him.
Yeah. No, I think he's a good guy. And all right, give me one more of your favorite players. I'll give you one more of mine.
Okay, do one more of yours first.
One more. Okay. Last one. My man. They wrote me off and I ain't running back. It's Geno Smith.
That's crazy.
I love Geno. Ever since this year he took over the game, he beat Russell Wilson week 1 and said in that quote, "Hey, I've been a fan. I'm a fan of the Seahawks because of Geno Smith." I don't know what else to say. It's he's just so good at reading the defense. I know it's a meme. He just checks down those check downs all the time. But he plays so well in the offensive scheme. He doesn't have a big ego. He's not like Mac Jones and tries to go against the offensive.
Don't talk about Mac Jones. I'm gonna beat Mac Jones.
It's different. It's not even Mac Jones' fault. He just has a defensive coordinator as an offensive coordinator. Did. True.
Thank God.
We'll talk about that after.
Okay.
Talk about that after. But yeah. So I love Geno Smith. You got another player?
I did, and then I literally just forgot it.
That's
my
fine.
God!
You wanna move on then, and we can come back to it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about Nathaniel Hackett.
No, I forgot.
Oh, you remember?
Joe Burrow.
Joey
Cool.
Joey Cool. Joe Cool.
He is such a menace in terms of NFL. Like, everyone's like, oh, the Bills, probably going to be a very close game, score over 65 points.
Yeah.
You know how it is. And then he goes out,
Yeah.
scores 21 points in the first, 20 seconds of the game.
Yeah.
And then laughs at the Bills players as they're, getting their heads kicked in.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, what was it? The reporter was like, "What do you feel about the potential AFC conference championship tickets already being sold at the neutral site?"
It's like they're gonna.
He
have
said,
to
"Better send them refunds."
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Game day fits are so cool. He's such a good quarterback too.
Yeah.
He's so dynamic.
Yeah.
He's completely changed the Bengals from a poverty
Oh my
franchise
God,
into
definitely.
an
Him and Jamar too. Him and Jamar. Not just
Well, they
him,
played
but
together at LSU.
Yeah.
That's why they're such a good duo.
Oh my God, why are you taking Jamar Chase over Penei Sewell? You need offensive line. Bro, if you take Penei Sewell, this team didn't make the Super Bowl last year. It's not happening.
But hear me
they
out.
do need O-line. Their O-line is the worst.
Hear me out.
But Jamar Chase is more valuable than Penei Sewell.
Not anymore, it isn't. Their O-line now is menacing.
You're saying if you could trade right now Jamar Chase for Penei Sewell, you would do it?
No. I'm saying the Bengals O-line with their rookies or with their starters.
O-line is way more valuable than a receiver than that. Oh, yeah, they have.
No,
obviously.
okay, that's not what I'm saying. You're not hearing me.
Okay, what are you saying?
I'm saying now their O-line is dominant.
Yeah.
Now their O-line is crazy dominant because the three people got injured.
Oh,
and
yeah,
they played so well on
the rookies
Sunday.
Are playing well, yeah.
But I also think Penei Sewell is one of the funniest linemen in the entire NFL. Did you see that one play against, I forget who it was, where he caught the ball for a first down? They had him fake and run around.
That's a Dan Campbell thing.
That is Dan Campbell is one of the funniest head coaches in the NFL.
Bite them kneecaps, am I right?
Bite the kneecaps. Aaron Rodgers not going to the playoffs this year.
Did he say that?
I don't think so. That would have been so funny though.
I haven't said that, but Aaron Rodgers not going.
Cause
I'm a Lions fan now because the Seahawks made it.
You know what sucks? You know what sucks? The NFL set up the game that the Lions would already be eliminated when they were playing the game.
Really?
Yeah, because the Seahawks played their game before the Lions.
Yeah.
So if the Seahawks win, the Lions would have already been eliminated.
Yeah.
Like
Dan Campbell doesn't care.
Yeah,
he wants a winning record. He wants a winning record.
He's like, Packers, I'm coming for your kneecaps, Packers.
Aaron Rodgers, you better watch out.
You better run.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. Nathaniel Hackett was hired today as we got news of it today as the Jets offensive coordinator.
God have mercy on that franchise.
I think he'll do a good job now thinking about it.
He played well.
He doesn't know how to manage a team, but he
did decent as the OC at the Packers 2020 and 21.
Yep.
But if any indication of what he did at the Broncos,
I switch my mind, not because of Broncos, because he has Aaron Rodgers as a quarterback. Aaron Rodgers can make any offensive coordinator look good. If you have a quarterback like Zach Wilson and Mike White at the start of the season, and you do good,
do not flame Mike White.
Mike White is a legend. I love Mike White.
Mike White and Joe Flacco.
But he's no Aaron Rodgers.
Joe Flacco.
Joey Flacco.
Joe Flacco.
Brady's heart. There's a song.
That's the funniest. The funniest thing in the entire NFL is Zach Wilson, fresh out of college, second-year rookie, second overall pick, being replaced by Joe Flacco and Mike White. That is so funny to me.
But how do you think Nathaniel Hackett's going to do? I don't think he's going to do good because
I think the Jets have a curse and they're never going to win a Super Bowl again. So I think he's going to do badly.
I don't think they have
I'm going to write him off. I think if he writes back, well, okay.
I'm going to write him off just because he looked good with Aaron Rodgers. And Broncos offense was horrible. That's it.
Broncos country, let's ride. You know what? No, he's stupid. Why did he try and turn Russell Wilson into a pocket passer?
Yeah.
He's not a pocket passer.
Yeah.
He's a scrambler, throw the ball 80 yards, touchdown.
Because he's worse with Aaron Rodgers. That's it. Aaron Rodgers is a pocket passer. He doesn't really...
You cannot have, like these... You cannot judge, these offensive styles off of a quarterback who's almost as old as Tom Brady. Yeah. No, you cannot do that.
And in
Like-
other irrelevant news,
In
Frank Reich hired as the Panthers head coach. We actually got word of this right before we started recording the podcast.
Actually, okay. So Frank Reich, great quarterback. Fantastic quarterback. I don't know how he's going to do as a head coach. I think quarterbacks... I think he's going to do well. Because if you look... Cliff Kingsbury was a quarterback, right?
Yeah, he ain't looking too good now.
Yeah. But he was a bad quarterback, right?
The Vikings coach who was a quarterback.
That's true.
Ain't looking too good now.
No, but that's just
they're good.
That's just because Kirk Cousins can't throw the ball.
Kirk Cousins did good that game. Look at his stats. He had 2 touchdowns, over 200 yards.
Actually, you know the weird thing? Justin Jefferson looked awful that game.
Yeah.
Like, how? It wasn't even like he was being covered. He just, the ball, went right through his hands.
But I think Frank Reich, it's the Panthers.
I think it's going to be good.
He doesn't have big expectations, I don't think. I just don't know why you kept around the interim head coach, because they were doing so well when the interim head coach took over.
I think the Panthers are going to do well next season. Not
DJ Moore is going to have to carry the team, I'll tell you that.
15 win?
They have Latavius Chenault as their number 2 receiver, right? So
I think so. Not Eagles well, but 10 win well. 9 win well.
Oh wait, actually, I wouldn't be surprised by that, because if Brady's gone from the Buccaneers,
absolutely,
that division
the
is
Buccaneers,
so bad.
Dude,
that division
don't
is so
even
bad.
get me started. They should relegate that whole division to the XFL.
I know.
They should just pick it up, go move it here, grab whatever was there, move it there, and that would be more entertaining football.
And I don't care. I understand seeding, and I saw this on YouTube too. If you're an 8-9 team, you shouldn't make the playoffs. If you have a losing record, you shouldn't make the playoffs.
There is no way that a team that has an aging quarterback, a washed receiving core, and arguably one of the worst head coaches in the league.
Todd Bowles?
No, it's not Todd Bowles anymore, is it?
Todd Bowles was the head coach this year.
This year?
Yeah.
He was kind of doo-doo.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Be real.
He was. But again, is he really the coach? You still have Bruce Arians in the front office, probably tell him what to do. And then Tom Brady is the coach on the field. So,
but Tom Brady,
he has a way too big ego.
I think another reason Tom Brady did so bad this year is because he got divorced, and that he needs to focus his energy entirely on football.
Yeah, but I don't think he should have got divorced in the first place.
I think he should have stayed retired.
He's ruining his whole life.
I think he could have ended on a Super Bowl win.
Yeah.
Personally, Gronk left. Hey, that's when you leave.
I don't even care. I think he should have retired when he came second in MVP voting that year.
I think he should have. I think he should have retired after Gronk left originally.
Yeah.
Get him or after he left the Patriots. Being a franchise quarterback is good. You don't have to go somewhere else. You can just leave. Yeah. And now I know he feels. Did we have a winning record this year? No, we were 8-9.
No.
I know he feels awful playing on the Buccaneers because he can't catch. Yeah. I don't know.
Well, we're gonna move on, and this is gonna be our last segment. Me and Gabe really like the Patriots, so we're really gonna talk about that. And other news like the Bill O'Brien hiring and how they can improve.
I'm actually really hyped for the Bill O'Brien hiring. I know you aren't.
I have a unique take on it, but you go first.
Unique take?
You go first. You go first.
Bill O'Brien he's a very good coach.
Yeah.
He's a good coach.
Horrible GM.
Don't even get me started on that. A good coach. Good offensive coordinator, was at Bama for a couple years. Bama did good this year, last year, the year before. Didn't make the playoffs, but there's 4 teams in the playoffs. Yeah. If that was the thing, it would only be the Eagles. Who are the top 4 teams this year? Eagles, 49ers, Chiefs, Bengals. Those would be the only teams in the playoffs. And it would leave out a team like the Bills. The Bills wouldn't have made the playoffs. That's
Cowboys wouldn't have made
the playoffs. All these teams that are decent would not have made the playoffs, and that makes it a lot less dynamic. But it's only the top 4 best teams.
Yeah.
And then we're also getting Todd Bowles. I think it was He's the run coach from Oregon, which had
Todd Bowles.
Not Todd Bowles.
Yeah.
I forget his name.
I didn't hear about that, so that's
we're getting one of the best run coaches in all of college football.
That's awesome.
And best O-line coach in all of college football. The Oregon Ducks, he was on the Oregon Ducks.
Yeah.
They had, I think, one of the best running offenses in the entire college football scene this year.
I love it. I love that.
And I think, okay, we have a really good running back core. We have 3 of the best running backs in the league right now. Well,
3?
Well,
2. Not the best running backs in the league either. We have Damian Harris and Ramondre Stevenson.
Slept on running backs in the NFL right now. And if we get a good run coach, we could
that's great. I didn't even know about the run coach or the O-line coach, and we really need that, especially O-line can.
The only person that did good was Mark Andrews. He's the rock of our O-line.
Yeah.
And once he retires, he has a kid. He's getting old. He's gonna retire soon. We need to have a functioning O-line.
And
we can't have this
And so, remember Dante Scarnecchia, when he used to be the coach, he came back, and he really improved the O-line.
Yeah.
Now we got a new O-line and coach. I just really want them to come in and just change the attitude
Was it
around
Matty P, the O-line coach this year?
He was O-line and offensive coordinator, which is crazy. But let me just say real quick about this Bill O'Brien. I love Bill O'Brien, and I think he's going to really come in and transform the offense and make it better. The only problem I have with it, and I told Gabe this before, if he does really well, which I really want him to do, I want the Patriots to succeed, he's going to get a head coaching job next year, and he's going to be out the door.
I don't think so.
I think that's going to happen.
He has a very close relationship with
I understand that,
Belichick.
But if he can get big money and leave and head coach a team, he's going to do it. But that's the only problem I have, because it's hard if you're a quarterback to have switching offense coordinators every single year. But the O-line and running back hiring, that's awesome. I didn't even know about that, but that's amazing because we really need it, and that's so helpful.
Yeah. I think another thing also is there's a lot of rumors that DeAndre Hopkins.
I don't believe him. I don't believe him personally.
We're going to get DeAndre Hopkins.
You think so?
I think so.
I think he'll go to another team.
He and Bill O'Brien kind of hate each other, but at the same time, he and Belichick love each other.
I know that clip where there's I love you, bro.
Yeah.
He said, I love you, bro, to Bill Belichick. It's I love your game.
They are the... God.
Was that the 3rd time?
That's the 15th time, I'm pretty sure. But if we get DeAndre Hopkins... Okay. The main problem with the Patriots, besides the coaching,
shebang.
Shenanigans that have been going on for the last couple seasons, is that... our wide receiver core is incredibly, unbelievably mediocre.
Yeah.
We have Kendrick Bourne, Marcus Jones, Nelson Aguilar, Jacoby Myers, and
Tyquan Thornton.
Tyquan Thornton.
But I think the problem this year was just Belichick's ego. He wanted to prove he could do it without Brady. And he wanted to prove he could run an offense and the team the way he wanted. And then he stuck Matt Patricia as the offensive coordinator and O-line coach.
Belichick has this weird
loyalty. Either he realized his problem or someone's forcing him to get more help.
Probably Robert Kraft. Honestly.
Probably Kraft, yeah. Or Jonathan.
Or Brady. Kraft. Brady's I'll come back.
Yeah.
If you did get an actual offensive coordinator. But, so, Mac Jones actually got worse because of Matt Patricia.
Mm-hmm.
His stats decreased because that's on the QB coach and the offensive coordinator to help.
It's hard on a QB to throw screen passes every single play.
How are you supposed to develop your deep passes when Matt Patricia insists that you throw 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage?
And I heard this from someone, I forget who it was, but a defensive-minded coach is going to call plays that are safe, that won't go bad, that the defense won't intercept or or stop easily. And that's what he did the whole season. And that's not how to go about offense.
That's offense is not defense. Defense, you play defense because the thing about it, the difference is offense needs to defense needs to do good every single play. Offense only needs to do really good one play.
Yeah.
It's kind of like it's like this one quote from Law Enforcement. I think it was the people who were hunting down Escobar. Escobar needs to get lucky every single time. We need to get lucky once.
Yep.
So defense needs to get lucky basically once.
Yeah.
The defense needs to get lucky every single play.
Yeah.
And
you mean the offense needs to get lucky every single play?
No.
Oh, you said the defense.
Oh, my bad. The defense needs to get lucky every single play.
Yeah.
But the offense needs to get lucky once.
Yeah.
For one good, good throw down the field or one good run or something like that, and then they can play really bad for the rest. But when you're a defensive coach is going to run these really safe, really conservative plays because he is still in the mindset that I have to do this consistently.
Yeah.
I can't go for these big breakout plays in case they don't work,
Yeah.
And I think Belichick has this weird loyalty to coaches who underperform.
Yeah.
Who have been in his system, who he's talked to in the past. And it's like, why you... I don't know, man. He's just one of the coaches in the NFL right now.
He's just
not like super special right now.
Yeah,
he's just one of them.
Yeah, he's been talked about a lot though, clearly, but yeah.
I think he also needs the GM and the front office need to.
He is the GM.
Oh. Well,
remember he traded Stephon Gilmore for a 5th or 6th round pick. One of the two.
Don't remind me. Yeah, wasn't he one of the most lockdown corners in the entire NFL?
Yeah.
And Belichick was
he got injured. We're going to flip him to the Panthers because I have a friend there for a 6th round pick.
God. That's ridiculous. He needs to stop drafting these mediocre wide receivers. He needs to go for these big...
I like the pickup of Tyquan Thornton in the 2nd round, though. Because I think with a good offensive
coordinator,
he can develop.
I also like how he realized Marcus Jones is a good offensive player.
Yeah.
So he switched... Well,
I
feel bad for the kid because he moved him over to every single role in the entire... he's playing cornerback, he's playing wide receiver, and he's punt returner. You can't breathe.
And you're getting paid for a punt returner.
Yeah, you get paid for a punt returner salary. You're on your rookie deal for a punt returner. I don't know.
Patriots are a little bit of a mess right now, but it looks like they're doing the right steps to rebuild it.
I think so.
I don't know who's in charge of that, whether it's Belichick, Kraft, or whatever. But
I think Kraft is going to start enforcing his will a little bit more after losing 3 straight seasons.
Yeah.
Well, the Cam Newton season, I don't even count as a season because it wasn't. Who's Cam Newton? He never played in the Patriots.
But yeah.
He's a free agent now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's an idiot too.
No one's ever picking him up.
Dude, but
he could have just sat happy as like a 3rd-string QB for the Patriots.
I'm back on the Panthers. I'm back,
guys.
Had one good game.
I'm gonna throw 73 checkdowns for negative 400 yards.
But that pretty much I think wraps it up, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for all the continued support. I see all your comments on the videos, and it's really nice. Thank you so much for the support. We should have another video coming out this weekend. And can we get I know you can't really talk because you're not here, but can we get a big thank you to Gabe for spending his time and giving great insight. He really made this podcast a lot more energetic, which I really like than it usually is. But thank you all for tuning in, and see you later.
Adios.
Have a good rest of your day.